Okay, go ahead.
First, I want to start out by introducing myself. My name is Jenna Bruin, and I'll be doing a speech for you about a demonstrational speech about heat exhaustion. And first, I want to ask if any of you had experienced heat exhaustion before with yourself or anybody else.
Yes.
Thank you. All right. First, I want to go over the facts about heat exhaustion and explain what happens to the body. And the body cools itself down by sweating through the pores of your skin and then having the sweat evaporate from the body. And that happens when there is enough fluid in the body that makes the heat, and then the air circulating around the outside of your body and the humidity makes it escape. And then when you have activity in a really hot environment, then that can overwhelm the body's ability to make sweat and evaporate the sweat. And that's what causes the heat-related illnesses. And the symptoms of heat exhaustion usually include profuse sweating, weakness, nausea, vomiting, lightheadedness, and sometimes muscle cramps. And with that, if the symptoms aren't get taken care of, then that can progress to heat stroke, and then that's when your body loses its ability to cool itself down at all. And that situation is very life-threatening. But there are the different symptoms that you can watch for in yourself or anybody else, and then getting the symptoms taken care of right away can stop it from going into heat stroke. And then next I want to go over the things that you can do if you are experiencing heat exhaustion with yourself or anybody else. And the first thing is to recognize that you do have symptoms, and the different symptoms like I listed below or above. And then after you recognize you're having symptoms, the very first thing you want to do is to get out of the heat and go into a air-conditioned building, or if you can't get to a building, anywhere with shade, or that's anywhere cooler. And then you want to definitely rest or lie down if you can, and then definitely drink a lot of water because profuse sweating can make you dehydrated. And you shouldn't drink soda or alcohol because that makes things worse, and it has caffeine in it, and that can make you more dehydrated than you were before. And then you can also take a cool shower or bath, or just dampen your skin with cool water just to cool your body down some more, and remove any loose or unnecessary clothing that you may have been wearing, and that'll help you cool down too. And then that should make you feel better, but if it doesn't make you feel better within about 30 minutes, you should definitely contact your doctor or any emergency help, because if that doesn't help, then it could lead into heat stroke, which is life-threatening. And then the most important thing you want to do is recognize your symptoms so that you can call for help right away so it doesn't go into heat stroke.
What are the symptoms that we look for?
That's the profuse sweating,
Okay.
and the vomiting and nausea and weakness and all that kind of stuff. And if you don't feel better within 30 minutes after moving yourself into a cooler area and drinking, that's when you should call for help immediately, because you can't fix the symptoms of heat stroke by yourself. You need medical attention. So if it does progress into heat stroke, or you or somebody else, you definitely want to first call 911 immediately. And then while you're waiting, there are some things you can do to help that person or yourself. The first thing you want to do is move yourself or that person out of the heat area and move them into somewhere cooler, if you can move them by yourself without hurting you or yourself in the process. And if that person is still conscious, then you could put them in a cool bath if you can continuously watch them and they are able to handle it. And also, you can moisten their skin with lukewarm water and then use a fan to cool it down, because that makes their body cool as well if they can't get into a bath. And also you want to give them cool beverages as well if they are still conscious and in a normal state and can handle drinking. And you want to give them as much water as you possibly can. And that's all what you want to do with them or yourself while you're waiting for help to arrive. And that's the end. I just wanted to ask if you had any further questions about any of that. No?
I don't.
I think so.
All right. Well,
Very
thank
good.
you for your time.
Thank you.